Hello guys, so in this video, I'm going to go over the calculus 3 concept of a dot product. And honestly, dot product is probably one of my favorite, easiest things in calculus. Why? Because it's super simple to do. Also, dot products are used in future engineering classes that you probably will have to take. If you're taking Cal 3, if you're not a math major or a physics major, you're an engineering major and you're gonna have to use the dot product. But in physics, you use it a lot too. Anyways, so the dot product is a very simple concept. So it's basically just multiplying element by element. So right here we have a formula. Vector A1, B1, C1 dotted with A2, B2, C2 is equal to A1 times A2 plus B1 times B2 plus C1 times C2. In dot product, your answer is scalar, always. You should never get a vector. If you got a vector, then make sure you add those numbers together because your answer is always going to be a scalar. It's never going to be a vector. So without further ado, we're going to compute the dot product of u dotted with v. So we're going to vector u, which is +1 + 4 - 5. Vector v, +2 + 7 - 7. So now we're simply going to take u dotted with vector v. So whenever we dot vector u with vector b, we are expecting a scalar, not a vector. So if you have a vector, all you probably forgot to do is you probably just forgot to add the terms together. So we're going to multiply this with this, the middle terms, and then the end terms. So the x components, y components, and z components. So without further ado, +1 times +2 plus +4 plus 7. So 4 plus 7 plus -5 times -7. So -5 times -7. And then whenever we compute this, we get +2 + 28 + 35. So what does that equal? Let's see. 28, 30, 30 + 35 is equal to 65. And you can plug it in your calculator if you can't do it in your head. But that's what this dot product comes out to be. So again, very simple. Element by element multiplication. Your answer is always going to be scalar. And you just basically multiply each component. So x with x, y with y, and z with z. Thank you for watching. I hope that was helpful. Hello guys. So in this video, we're going to go over how to find a dot product. And in this example, we're simply just going to take the dot of u dot b. And finding a dot product is super easy. It's literally one of the easiest things. Not even kidding. It's basically just multiplying each element with each other and then adding them together. So as a formula, right here we see A1, B1, C1 dotted with A2, B2, C2. We multiply the A terms together, and then we add them with the B terms together, and then we add them with the C terms together being multiplied. So without further ado, one thing I will say before we start is your answer should not be a vector. It should be a scalar. If you get a vector, it means that you didn't add your terms. That's probably what happened, because it happened to me when I first learned this concept. I'll forget to add them, like, oh, okay, I forgot to add the terms together. So now without further ado, we're going to find vector u dotted with vector v. So vector u dotted with vector v, we get 4, 5, 21 dotted with 11 minus 8, 0. So all we simply do now is we just multiply the terms together and add them. So the x terms, so A1 with A2, so we get 4 times 11 plus the y terms, 5 times -8 plus the z terms. 21 times 0. And what does this equal? So this zeroes out. Minus 40 plus 44. 44 minus 40 is equal to 4. And that's how we compute a dot product. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Just multiply the elements together. Multiply these together, multiply these together, multiply these together. And you just simply add them together. Straightforward. You use a dot. So on your exam, you probably will not be asked to find a dot product, but you will be given a question where you need to know how to compute a dot product as part of a process to get an answer. So you use a dot product a lot in not just calculus, but in a lot of engineering courses as well. You will use a dot product, but it's very simple mini step to getting bigger problem steps done. Very useful problem solving skill. Well, thank you for watching. I hope that was helpful.